What's up, guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Cello the Fashion Fairy. If you're stopping by for the first time, you're welcome. Please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, I love you for coming here. If you want to learn how to make this, definitely keep watching. See you in my tutorial.
I'm gonna make something great. That's my
So guys, if you've not already watched the tutorial of how I made this pattern, please go back, watch it and join us. So I've already cut out my materials, and you can see that I've cut my lining and my fabric. I've also put stabilizing materials to it. I put hair stay, and yes, of course, I put paper stay as well. And I've already added the necessary allowances, my sewing allowance and by the sides and the joining allowances. So please do well to do this. I've already also added I decided to pad this because it's a bustier, so I used wording for this, and I've already put it on my fabric. If you want to learn how I do this, because people find it difficult, please let me know. And then for the net, I decided to go for a skin tone as lining, so that even though I turn this neatly, it will seem as if it was not turned at all. And this is the back as well, and you can see I did not add any half-inch on the net or for the shoulder, because it's stretchy. I didn't want to have excess there. So this is my skirt pattern. If you've not already watched a video of how I do this, kindly refer to my previous video on this. So I've already cut the front, and I've cut the back as well. So do well to notch the areas that you need to notch, especially the hip and knee areas. So I did this off camera because I didn't want this video to be too long. I noticed that if the video is too long, you guys don't even watch it. So you can see how the bust is very well cupped. So this is the trick that I use to do it, so that it comes out perfectly. And your contouring also is very, very important when you're doing this. I've already also done the lining piece, and you can see that I joined both at the waist because I want a seamless inside. And this is the net here as well. I've already gone ahead to turn it by the neck, just by the neck. And you can see that if it's placed on someone's body, you can't even see the nude part. So make sure you use your client's tone. So this is how I'm going to be attaching this. I'm going to start from the middle and sew one side first, and then I'm going to sew the other side as well. So I'm going to head over to my machine and do this. So I've already done the back piece. You can see the way it is. I attached it to the fabric, and I also used loose stitch for the slit area. So I measured to where I wanted the slit to stop, and then I used loose stitches to do that. So I'm going to be opening it when I'm done sewing. So I've gone ahead to attach the front and the back linings, and this is what I have. I've already pinned down the sides, and remember I said I'm going to be opening this area because I used loose stitches to do that once I am done. And this is what it looks like. So the only thing left for me to do is to shape this properly. You can see that the yoke is sitting properly on this, so I'm going to use half-inch to join the shoulders like so. And then I'm also going to add my sleeve to this. So I'm going over to my sleeve. I really don't draft any pattern for my sleeve, to be honest. I just do this freehand. So I leave half-inch and I measure whatever I have as my round armhole. So leaving 1 inch, I'm going to take this slowly to measure and get the accurate measurement. So for that, I got about 14 inches for that, or thereabouts. I honestly can't remember. Well, whatever you have, this is what the measurement that you'll be using to get this. So what I do for this slope, I usually eyeball it, but for you guys, you can measure about 5 inches. You can see that it's about 5 inches, and then you draw a lazy will I say inverted S? I think I will do that. So I'll measure whatever I got from my armhole and make sure that is exactly what I have on this my lazy S. So this is me going in one more time to make sure I have exactly what I need. So I added a little bit of sewing allowance there so that I can have a bit of excess inside for any maybe foreseeable or unforeseeable adjustments. So this is what I do. So going in to make sure I have the bicep measurements on lock, I measured that to get it. So the length I actually measured for this was the length the client wanted, because she wanted it to cover her whole hand. So do well to work according to the measurements that you desire. So for that tip, I measured where this will be sitting it. I measured it round, and that was the measurement I added plus 1 inch sewing allowance. So going in and making sure I have enough for my sleeve. So I'm going to cut this, and naturally we'll be needing 2 of this, so we'll be cutting another one shortly. So because the front armhole needs to be shaped a bit, I usually go in and I cut out about 1/2 inch from one side to make sure that the front armhole does not have any excess. So this is me folding this again so that I can get the other sleeve. Remember, we're working with 2 sleeves, so you place this over the other one, and you're going to cut out exactly what you have on this one as well. So this is what we have for the sleeve, and of course I'll be needing to make gathers for the tip of the sleeve. So what I did was to measure what I had there, and I multiplied that by 3, and this will make the entire width of the gathers that I will need to make the other part of the sleeve. So timesing it by 3, I got about 30 something inches, which I measured there for the width. And for the length of this, I used about 7 inches. This included the allowance that I needed to attach it to the upper part. The lower part had its selvage, and I decided to use that. So that's my mom handing me some video to watch on Instagram. Oh my god, my mom. And I told her, mommy, I'm making a video. She said, sorry. And that was how she excused me. So back to our tutorial, guys. Pardon me. So what I did was to cut out what I needed for this, and of course we'll be needing 2. This net is called chantilly net. It's not very stable, so you would need to be placing something over it at all times so that it doesn't move while you're cutting it. So having cut this out, I'm going to go ahead to cut out another part. So this is me showing you how we're going to get this done, and now that you've seen it, let me go ahead and cut out the other part. So you can see that I've already gone ahead to attach one sleeve, and this is what it looks like so far. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did this using the other sleeve. So for this other sleeve, you can see that I didn't entirely sew up until the very end. So I usually leave about 3 inches unsewn so that I can attach my sleeve first and then shape it up. So this is what I usually like my sleeve to be inside. I know people usually seal up the sides first and then do that, but I don't like it, so I usually do it like this. So this is what it looks like. You can see I gathered it perfectly. You can do this or you can also pleat. It depends on what you like. So going in right now, let me show you how to do this. So I'm folding my sleeve into half. So what I do is I will notch this point right there, and this is going to sit on my shoulder. So you want to make sure you notch this so that it's easier for you to just place it on top. And then if you've worked with me long enough on this channel, you will know that I love to pin a lot. So what I will do is to go in with my pins first, and then I'm going to head over to my machine and I'm going to attach everything perfectly. So this, I'm just showing you how I'm going to do this. You can see that it aligns perfectly. So you place it and pin it to this very end, and you do the same to the other side. And once you're done doing this, you should seal up the 2 inches, or rather 3 inches, that you left by the side. And this is my client rocking this. You can see that it fit her perfectly. She wanted me to adjust the neck a bit so that it will be bolder. Of course, she didn't want the drape on the skirt as well. So do well to do this however you want. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next tutorial. Bye.